Selenite overall is amazing for cleansing. So if you're doing a lot of healing work or working with a lot of clients, it's really important to keep your field cleansed and cleared. So selenite is excellent for that because you can just have it around in your space, in your healing room, your sacred space, wherever you need to have it to help keep the energy environment clear and cleansed so that you can, do your healing work to the best of your ability. And so if you don't want to just have it in your environment, if that's not quite doing it for you, having some pieces in your pockets that you can just sort of, have on you energetically in your field. Or sometimes if you're really lucky, you'll find like a small piece wire wrapped or set in some silver or something like that that you can wear as a pendant. Or once in a great while you'll see some small tumbled pieces in a bracelet, but it's hard to get in jewelry because it's so soft. So having that on you or in your space if you're a healer is really great because it does help to keep your field clear, and it also makes the environment more comfortable for your client. I particularly like this if you see more than one client in a day or you have several clients sort of back to back, because it'll help keep the space clear in between clients, from one to the next. And I do always encourage you to do some form of energetic cleansing between clients. I always cleanse before a session and after a session, and I'm really sort of strict about that because I don't like to, pass on any unwanted or negative energy between clients. So having that, good cleansing practice in place is important. But having some selenite around definitely helps. If you don't do healing professionally, but you just want to help, maybe keep your workplace or your home clear and have more positive energy vibration, having some selenite around is a good idea as well. Selenite does dissolve in water, so you cannot rinse your selenite crystals with any kind of liquid. You also can't use like a misting spray to cleanse your crystals, your selenite crystals, because it will eat away at your crystals over time, especially if they're essential oils because they're, a little bit harsher for some of your stones. So to physically clean a selenite crystal, like if it's dusty, this is going to sound silly, but honestly, the little can of air thing that you get at an office supply store is perfect for that. Or you can use like a paper towel that's been dampened and really, really wrung out well so that there's no standing water, and just very, very gently run it over the surface of your crystal, maybe after you do the can of air. You don't want to do that and then try to do the can of air, because if you dampen the dust, it's not going to come off with the little pressurized air. But if you use the can of air and then you really gently use a very ever so slightly damp rag, you can get some of that dust off. And you need to be really careful how often you use that damp rag, because eventually over time you will wear some of those rougher edges of the selenite down to a smoother surface, and that's not always necessarily what we want. So just sort of watch that because it does dissolve over time.